morning, everybody, and you are tuned in once again to the Blitz Morning Show. My name is Toby Brendel, and I thank you for tuning in on this fine Monday morning. Hopefully my week doesn't get screwed up like last week. Never eat chips before you go on. I learned a lesson. Anyway, so recap last week. We had a power outage on Tuesday. Wednesday, my van was in the shop, so I didn't get a show released. Did a show on Thursday, recorded it on Friday, popped it up on Saturday. So if you see a rare Saturday show, that means that something's happened and I couldn't get the show produced on Friday for some odd reason. So that's what it is and that's what it was. But today is today. Let's stick with it. Because, oh, damn it. Oh, okay. Because that's how it is and that's how it's going to happen. Also, you notice that the sound quality is a little bit different. I can't find my microphone. So I have to use a different mic, which it does the same duty, but I kind of don't like it, so we're kind of stuck with it until we can get whatchamacallit? I don't know. Anyway. So just in case you're new to the show, or you have been listening but not on Mondays, Monday is a new segment which I started probably about 2 weeks ago, and it is called Question Call, sponsored by, wait a second, let me rephrase that. QC Indie presents Question Call. Basically, Kim has a bunch of questions he asks me, as well as fans of the show, friends of mine, followers, etc., etc. So basically, the spectrum for the people asking questions is like throughout the world. So here's my opportunity to give you a few points of view. It's kind of like Ask Google, but instead, it's Question Call. First of all, QCND, or Kim, said, what movie completely changes its plot if you add or remove one word from its title? Alright. With this particular question, adding a word, it depends on what word. Because there's so many movies out there that if you just change one word, it totally changes the whole entire spectrum of this movie plot. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out what I could use as an example. And right now, the only things that are popping in my head are cartoons. Because I have kids, and that's basically the only thing that we watch. Crap. We might have to come back to this one. Because I'm drawing a blank. I'm even trying to think of a movie that we could either add or subtract a word, and it totally changes everything. That's a very good question, Kim. I'm stumped. I don't know. I'll come back. I might actually have to continue this one on Wednesday so I can give you guys a better understanding on this particular question. Kim, you stumped me on that. Okay, he also said, what is your favorite podcast that's not your own? I have so many favorite podcasts out there, but I should actually pick a few. Okay, pick one. All right, I've talked about this one before, but Podblocked with Chris and Joe. They've been doing this for God knows how many years. They have 2, 3, maybe 400 episodes. They record from Southern Ontario, so they're a Canadian bunch. They talk about cars, house renovation. It's almost like a guy's podcast. And these two guys, I've followed them since probably double-digit episodes. So I've been with them since 2013. And I've learned so much, not only just because of the episodes, like how to do this or how to do that. It's also helping me tackle the world as a father. So it's interesting. You can check them out on podblock.com. Chris and Joe. It's a great show. They never miss an episode. There was one time they missed 1 week, and I can't even remember why that happened. But one of these days I'm going to get on that show and I'm going to tear it up. Woohoo! Cut the rug, baby. What is the funniest insult anyone has called you? The funniest? I'm going to have to say... Okay. In grade 6, when we were graduating from elementary to junior high, our teacher kind of roasted us. And my teacher basically said, all right, this is what... Toby here, for his future job, he's going to be a model. And I'm looking at him going, me a model? No effing way. And he says, as a model, he's going to pick one of the most common used product out there. It's like, huh? So I'm looking at him as, like a 12-year-old thinking that he was crazy. Then he got to the actual plot. He says, yep, he's going to be a model. He's going to go every day to his job. He's going to turn sideways, stick out his tongue. He's going to become a zipper model. Just because he's so skinny, so tall, and his tongue is going to look like the actual zipper. At the time, I was kind of pissed off because, come on, I was like 12 years old. But now that I actually think of it, that was kind of smart. Oh. Oh, sorry, brain fart. So yeah, me being insulted and being called a zipper. At the time, it wasn't funny. Now that I look back, it is actually kind of cute. Okay. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay? You see this particular question in this debate throughout the world, Twitter, Facebook, the news. Some people say yeah, some people say no. I used to love it with the Hawaiian pizza, so you'd get your ham and pineapple. It was just a good, nice, strong flavor. But now, me personally, I can't stand the sweetness of the pineapple on the pizza. But if I pick the pineapple off the pizza before I cook it, I can eat it. And it has to be a particular kind of pineapple. If it's the sliced pineapple from a can, just give me the can. I'll eat it from there, drink the juice. Oh. But if it's on a pizza, it gets cooked, you get other flavors like your cheese, your meats, flavor of the sauce. It does not do it justice. Myself, I say no, but I'm not going to be one of those sensitive nipples that just because you like it, it doesn't mean that I have to force you to change your opinion. You like what you like, I like what I like. Plain and simple. Bam! That's it. My kids like it. I'm not going to disagree. If they want it, I'm going to make it for them. I don't know why people are willing to go out of their way and try forcing you to change your opinion. It's not how this world works. So, pineapple on pizza? Go for it. I don't care. I don't like it. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. Jim Mallard from the Mallard Report is also another great podcast. So if you ever want to get into the unexplained, unnatural, he's the guy. That's the show. Mallard.com. How long is too long? This question does fall into many categories. It can fall into TV, movies, plots, books, conversations, roads, travels, video games, sleep, staying awake. So really, the issue that I have with this question is, how long is too long? Thought about this last night. Gotta somehow figure out how to answer this particular question right and proper. I did come up with a little bit of a conclusion. It may sound a little bit whack, but just hear me out and you'll understand what I'm trying to say, hopefully, because with me and my tangents, half the time I don't even know what I am trying to say. Oh, that's so silly, so stupid. All right, how long is too long? If you factor in a time period of today, the sad thing is, too long could be, it depends on the person. If you have the older generation, like grandmas and grandpas, too long could be longer than it is for kids of today, just because of the short attention span, because they want their mind just always going. But at the same time, if they're not interested, they disconnect. Movies. I find a 2.5 hour movie is way too long. Give me a hour 45 to 2 hours. Beautiful. Get everything done. TV shows, it depends on the seasons. You can have a season that goes on for 5 seasons. Beautiful. Or it could be like The Walking Dead, which is going so long, people are actually tuning out because of, like what I said, it's too long. So you just have to understand who the person is and what their attention span actually, like the length of it. Do you catch my drift? I hope you said yes, because I'm still questioning what I just said. Yeah, basically, how long is too long? It just depends on the person. It just depends on the article that you're measuring with. The Amish Baby Machine podcast. That's another one that I've been following for a very, very long time, probably about 2014. I recommend going and checking them out. They talk about pulp culture back in mostly in the 80s, so music to movies to TV shows, things like that. I recommend checking if you want to hear things about that, right around that genre. Oh, hell, they even... Okay, these guys are so retro, they have an iPhone made out of wood, made back in 1985. Don't ask. Do not know. I've seen it. There's proof. But they did say, is rock music dead, and will a new style / genre emerge, and what do you think it will be? Okay, this right here is one of my most favorite questions so far in this segment. Why? It's because is rock music dead? What you have to factor in is the popularity as well as what the radio stations play. If the radio stations pick a style of rock music, all the other radio stations are going to follow, and that's what you're going to hear. So if you have Band A, who was popular 20 years ago, on the radio, and try playing again today with that style, it might be lost because of the style of rock music or music might not line up with theirs. I've tuned into a radio station, and it doesn't have that rock. It doesn't have that concept, the grasp, where you just want to rock out. But 20 years ago, you listen to it, and it's guitars, it's drums, it's bass, slap the bass, boop, 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 boop. Then you listen to today, it's just a little bit mellowed out. It doesn't have that rock. It sounds the exact same from here to there, everywhere. So it kind of, that's what's more or less killing the rock genre. Then if you take a look at it, the rock genre is so huge now compared to what it was 10 years ago, 20, 30, 40 years ago, that it's going to be a little bit of a mix match. Like, for example, you have hard rock, heavy rock, pop rock, new metal kind of rock. So there's just so much different styles of rock. Of course, you may think that the rock genre has disappeared. The catch is, you need to go more underground and listen to more of these indie bands that play rock music, which will never get heard on the radio, might never get heard on Spotify because it's not in your particular style. That's the catch, and that's where you can find the true rock music, is the underground. As crazy as it sounds, it is absolutely true. I have found so many indie bands that have continued with that rock sound, which you give it massive thumbs up. But what I consider to be rock could differ from somebody else. And that's another thing that could be an issue. For the second half, and when it says new style or genre emerge, what do you think it could be? This part, I don't know. The reasoning behind it is what I think could be a possibility at my old age could never become close, because I don't think of a 16 to 24 year old anymore, because I'm almost 40. So what they think, what they like, it's not even close. For example, Redman, Method Man, Wu-Tang Clan, Onyx, Fredro Starr, Sticky Fingers, Tupac, Biggie, Nas. Those are the music that I like the rap music, 1990s rap. Right? When I was growing up, that was my genre. Now, if you fast forward to 2018, oh my God, you have mumbled rap, you have Drake, you have 69, whatever his name is, just Little Pump, Lil Wayne still 2000s. All right, the mumble rap scene is more stronger, more there, that you're looking at it going, what the hell are these kids listening to? It's not my generation. You have someone keep saying Gucci Gang over and over and over again, and you're like, it's time to think, going, what? Is this all it takes to become rich and famous? Is just saying Gucci Gang? Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci. No, give me Slam. Give me California Love. Give me Juicy. Give me Triumph. Give me the Rockweiler. Stuff like that. The stuff that makes you want to thrash. Like I said, I'm not young anymore. I do not know what these kids think. And the next genre that's going to come out, you have to think of these little punks. Dead serious. Well, that's basically about it, you guys. Thank you for tuning into the Blitz Morning Show. My name is Toby Brenda, and I thank you for tuning in. If you want to contact me in any ways, you can contact me via Twitter at coffeeman_radio. We do have a Twitter page for the Blitz Morning Show. Actually, technically we have two. I didn't realize that the second one's still going. But you can always tweet the first one at the Blitz Talks, which I will be changing that in about a month. And when I do, you'll understand what's going up, what's going down. You can also follow me on Facebook. Just do a search for the Blitz Morning Show. Email us at theblitzmorningshow@gmail.com. So let's get it up. Let's get it popping. Make sure you share, like, tell friends, family, even like them to the page. Let's get going. We're over 40. It's growing. It's booming. Let's do this. If you do have any questions for me next week, just shoot me up on Twitter or press that message button on Facebook or even email us. Tons of way of contacting. You can also find us on tons of media sites like Spreaker, iHeartMedia, TuneIn, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. So there's no reason not to listen to the show. And if you don't have the one, there's always another that you can listen to. So make sure you tune in and let's get it cracking. Let's get it popping. Let's get it cracking. Well, I will see you in a few days. Hopefully your week goes well. So far mine is, and it's 10:15. So I will talk to you later. Have yourself a wonderful day, guys.